In this video, we want to take a look together at how to set up a shop or a new customer. Then we'll also customize the template, upload a logo, and adjust the colors. In this case, we're in the Shops section. At the top, there's a button to create a new customer. When I click on it, I get to these basic shop settings. Here you need to enter the operator's information. These operator details, for example, are displayed on the contact page in the shop front end. Next, we'll adjust the subdomain. The shop name, basically the first part of the domain, is freely selectable. It's important that you don't use any special characters or spaces here. And finally, at the bottom, we change the status from blocked to OK and click on Save. So after saving, we can already see that the shop is accessible at the address schulungsvideo.pdserver.com. We can already click on it and take a look at the front end. Nothing has been customized here yet. In terms of color, we see the login page without a background image, and now we're going to customize everything together. To do this, we go back to the shop overview, and using the Actions button for the respective shop, select Template Customization. In this window, we can do various things, for example, change the background image for the login page. I'll do that here now. I'll select an image here and upload it right away by clicking Save at the bottom. Then it uploads. We can also add text for the header area. I'll just use our demo text here. And recently, you can also add social media icons for the respective company. Here we can choose between the header and the footer. Basically, I just enter the URL for the respective social media profile here, and then an icon appears there in the front end. Next, we have the color settings. Either I click here on this color picker and select the color here, or I've already picked out a color in advance. I can also work with the hex code here. By simply entering it, I change the colors. In the front end, we have a gradient for the header and footer. If I don't want a gradient there, I just use the same color twice. In the lower section, it's about the call to action buttons, meaning add to cart, proceed to personalization, and so on. These can be customized separately. In my case, everything here is set to WLP green. Let's also take a look at the CSS section. It's not absolutely necessary, but if you have CSS knowledge, you can also add your own CSS settings here specifically for the shop. So now we can basically switch back to the front end. If we refresh here, we can see that the background image has been uploaded. We have the top header text section that was added there, and of course we've adjusted the colors. In the next step, we want to edit the shop content again. For example, we want to upload a logo. To do this, we switch back to the backend, click the Edit button for the respective shop, and then select the menu item Layout Customization, Content. This is the area where I can, for example, upload a logo. Let's do that now. The WLP logo will be uploaded once. We can also upload a favorite icon. The format is .eco. This is this little icon here when you have the tab open or add the page to your bookmarks. Next, we come to the image slider. Here we can set a slider image for the shop front end. A numerical value is expected for the sorting. With the sorting, we can change the order of the sliders. Under link, we can assign a link to each individual slider. These can be internal as well as external links. Then we click on send, and now we have already uploaded a slider here. You can repeat this process as many times as you like. These images will then be slid through in the front end. Let's move on to the other input fields. Here we have the option to add texts. For example, for the registration page, that is the login page, please log in with your access data. We can add a text to the home page. A warm welcome is already set as a heading at the top in the template. We'll skip the rest for now. After saving, let's take another look at the login page. And then we see, on the one hand, the logo is now set, and on the other hand, this text is now displayed here. Please log in with your access data.